mom would be really upset if I just gave some random stranger her address and brought me home. What are you doing?
What?
Do not follow me.
Let it go.
Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about last night's episode of Love After Lockup. A lot went down between Shawn and Sarah, and I just have a lot of thoughts. And I'm just going to start out by saying that last season, or I guess 2 seasons ago, because Shawn's done one Love After Lockup and one Life After Lockup prior to this season. My general perception of Shawn was that maybe he lacked common sense, or that he could not see glaring red signs, but that, I don't know, every time I talk to Kelly, I interviewed Kelly multiple times on my channel, she really never talked a lot of shit about him. She always said that he sent her money. Now, of course, 6 kids, it's never enough, right? But I just didn't have this like ick factor. Maybe that was, I was being naive, I don't know. So watching the first few episodes of this season, it's become clear to me, and this might be controversial, you might disagree with me, and I welcome all comments on the topic down below, but I really see a lot of similarities between Shawn and Big Ed. And I'm curious to know what Shawn is like when the cameras aren't rolling. I don't find him to be someone who necessarily lights up and puts on an act for the camera, but I also I believe that he is more, there is a darker side to him, and I liken that very much to Big Ed. If you guys remember, we heard that really horrific phone call between Big Ed and Liz. I am starting to really believe that there is a similar quality to Shawn, that he is looking for certain things out of a relationship, and if he doesn't get those things, it might not be a very pleasant living experience for his partner. One of the things that really made me go yuck was, I don't know if it was the first episode or the second episode of this season, where he talks about how much better Sarah is, how much more in love he is with her, and literally the only things that he could brag about or flex about when it came to Sarah and how she was different than Destiny was that Sarah was 4'11" and less than 100 pounds, and that she had never lied to Shawn. Well, I mean, then there was this episode, but that was really icky to me, because his most attractive qualities about Sarah are her juvenile looking features. Let's jump into last night's episode. So Sarah, she has a secret. They alluded to that fact at the end of the prior week's episodes. So let's just take a look at this clip. It's Sarah revealing, boom, she has a kid.
I have a daughter.
You do?
Are you mad at me?
I asked you, and you said no. Sarah and I have talked about it a million times, and nowhere did she ever say she had a kid. This is my cue to tell Sarah, hey, you know what? You lied about your daughter, but I lied about Destiny and about how many kids I had. But I don't remember how many kids that I told Sarah I had, and I'm afraid to ask her.
Okay, so on the one hand, if this was any other person besides Shawn, and Sarah had actually refuted the fact that she had a child and then is springing a 6-year-old on someone, that is messed up. So I think on the one hand, she is smart in the sense that she seems to be heeding the typical warning that you shouldn't trust people that you meet online. But at the same time, she not only didn't mention it, she refuted it, and that was just, I mean, you shouldn't do that. Now, with all of that being said, the person she lied to was Shawn, who in the same clip can't even remember how many kids he told Sarah he had. And he has the audacity to be upset or disappointed that she lied to him. I mean, I can't. I don't think anybody should be lying about how many children they have. There's certainly, unless you are a complete deadbeat who never sees their kid, man or woman, there is no way to keep that hidden for any significant period of time. It's just nonsense. It's nonsense. But on the one hand, I do understand Sarah trying to keep certain things close to the vest until she trusts Shawn more. And there is so much about Shawn that she doesn't even know. So in the next segment that we have with Sarah and Shawn, they're coming back from lunch, and Sarah, and look, my name is also Sarah. I have anxiety, and I can recognize the signs of like an impending panic attack. And Sarah, to me, seems on the verge of just complete panic. And that's really, it's unsettling to watch, because people that suffer with anxiety, we all know what it's like to be in the midst of that. And so Sarah has made all these promises and proclamations to Shawn of what they're going to do when she gets out, but now reality has hit her, and all she wants to do is go home. And I don't know if it's Shawn doesn't get the anxiety part of it, but to me, I don't know, it just seems like she needs reassurance, and she needs a comfort. She doesn't need to be pressured into having sex in a cornfield. So I digress. Let's just take a look at what transpires in the car, because it gets pretty dicey with Sarah. Sarah actually calls him a psycho.
At this point, I'm just not ready to do that, and I'm super ready to go home and see my family now.
I mean, if that's how I'm kind of disappointed, I'm not gonna lie.
I just want you to like drop me off somewhere, and I don't really feel comfortable like giving you like my mom's address yet. I just want you to drop me off here, and I don't want you to follow me. Oh my god. Of course.
I'll ever see her again. Like, she acted like she was just done.
There you go.
On the one hand, I find Sarah to be pretty genuine and earnest in her interviews. So unless she is diabolical and the best actress ever to grace this show, I do find that she is pretty sincere in what she's saying. And it's pretty gross that Shawn just seems like, oh, I guess like she just wants to go to her mom and see her kid, and like I have 6 whole kids that I don't see. What's the big deal? And she literally is like, don't follow me. And then he starts to follow her. That is like dangerous. That is stranger danger right there. All in all, it seems, and they allude to the fact in this episode that Sarah doesn't know about Destiny. She said that things took a change a couple months ago. So that is obviously going to be some sort of plot point in this season. The thing is that I know for a fact that Sarah was talking to at least one other man as well. I've seen the letters. It's when she finds out about Destiny, it'll be interesting to see how she reacts, because it certainly would not be fair to her to be too put out by that, given the fact that she was doing the same thing. The other thing I think about is, you know, at the end of last season of Life After Lockup, we saw Shawn reunite with Kelly and his daughter. Now, he has 1 daughter and 5 sons. So his daughter has been his only child that has appeared on the show. He reunites, and basically it was like, I fucked up. I did all of this stuff wrong. Please forgive me. Give me another chance. And his daughter was so devastated and so broken by this betrayal of Shawn, of him picking Destiny over his family. I don't know what their relationship was like prior to that, but it just seemed to have totally wrecked his daughter. And that was just really heartbreaking to see. I had like, part of me is like, does he even really deserve to be a part of his children's lives when, you know, okay, you might send money every month, but Kelly is really doing all the raising of these kids on her own. And I believe she had said that he hadn't seen his kids since October of last year. So when she says once a month, that's very generous. I don't think that he sees his kids very often, if at all. And I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say. So make sure you comment. And tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, so tonight, Saturday, you guys join me live. It is the 1 year anniversary of Reality Squad, the YouTube channel. And this has been a wild journey and I'm so grateful. So we're going to do a full recap of this last episode of Love After Lockup. We're going to discuss any tea that comes up. We're going to have an open discussion. So you guys, it's going to be really fun. Join me at 8 p.m. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and take care, you guys. Have a good one. Much love.